Yeah, the quotes are, it was weird because when I was growing up, I wrestled when I was growing up. And I always looked for motivation. And I always, if you went into my room when I was like a 12-year-old and 13-year-old kid, I was a little weird. I didn't have like Farrah Fawcett on my wall. I had,
Charlie's Angels, the original.
But I had quotes. And it was just something that I always did. I always had something there that would motivate me. So I always found that when I was younger, I loved to read, but I hated books. It was very simple. I read a book, it was boring, I closed it up and put it away. But if I read 2 or 3 lines and something really made it special to me, I loved to read that book. So quotes were great because quotes were 2 or 3 lines that meant something to me, and I would read them all the time. I would never get bored. So I would take those 2 or 3 lines and I would just kind of pile them up. So when I wrote a book, I wrote it the exact way that I would want to read it. I wrote it in very, very short chapters. So when I'm reading something and I know the chapter is another page from now, I'll get there. I know it's 55 pages from now, I'm not getting it. Okay? I wrote it where it was very, very concise. The sentences were very, very, very short and to the point. I can't stand when an author will describe something that means nothing. And it will go on for pages and pages and pages about something. So I wrote it, a thought was 1 page. That was my thought. So I put 50 thoughts together and that was my book. But as far as the quotes go, I feel that there are certain words that people put together that are special, that are really special. And then when you look at that, you think differently when you see them. And those quotes were, I inserted those quotes in the book just because it was a generalization of exactly what that chapter was going to be about. So the quotes were from very, very wide range, from Dr. Seuss to Confucius, but I prefer the Dr. Seuss quotes. There's more wisdom in Dr. Seuss than if you ever read Dr. Seuss, it's unbelievable. And it's just like, he'll get to the point and tell you exactly what it is with a little humor, but it's something that really means a lot. So, as far as the quotes go, I really felt that by putting a quote in the chapter, it did more to set a mood. It kind of give you an idea of what I was going to write about.